Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. This is my friend Mike Davenport's back-to-back reactions to the track Unravel by Ado. I'm not going to go on too much here because I left my intro so you guys will know who Mike is and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoy this. I think Mike did. I know I do. I think Ado's super talented and this track kicks butt. Let's jump into it, guys, and you guys can see what you think. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. This is my next episode from a series, Road Dogs and Rock Gods. This is Mike Davenport. He's in the band The Ataris. He's their bass player. He also has a band called Versus the World. He's a good friend of mine. We talk to each other a lot, almost every day. But I wanted to bring him on. I wanted to show him some new tracks and also go through a couple tracks that I hadn't played in the first time around when he came on. He has been on before. He did some reactions with me, and he also did an interview a while back. I urge you guys to check all those out if you think Mike's a good dude, like I do. I also want to throw a shout out, a true thank you to the people at Sabra. They sent me tons of hummus. I'm like the hummus king over here. I got a whole bunch. I got guacamole, got all this wonderful stuff. This is how much they sent me. Look at this picture. I gave some to my mom. She's very happy. So I got the whole family eating wonderful stuff from Sabra. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You guys can check out their products at your local grocery store and also at sabra.com. Anyhow, let's jump into this and let's see what Mike Davenport here has to say. Let's give it a go. Hey, Mike, so I dragged you back on here because you were guilty of calling me on Thanksgiving. And I was like, I got a new track I really want to play for you. And I think it's bitchin'. And now people, they kind of been, every now and then, I read the comments as much as I can. And they're like, you tell people how much you love these and then they can't give you an honest reaction. But I was telling them, like, no, these guys are my friends and they'll tell me if it sucks. But
it's true. It's true. We are actually friends. So we'll let your viewers know that right now. We're actually friends, and I just didn't work with you, even though my guitar player did sleep on your couch.
He did actually. Yeah, it's been a long time since he's had to sleep on my couch, but that did happen.
That's a story for another time.
That's a different. Yeah, people are gonna be, what the heck? Anyway, so. This performer, her name is Ado, A-D-O. Have you ever, she's Japanese. Have you heard of her?
No, I've never heard of Ado, but I think Ado is the name for Tokyo, the ancient name. Is that true? I think that's the name for Tokyo. And if I'm wrong, then I'm going to get tore apart right now. So.
No, they'll explain to us in the comments. I've got nice people that clue us in, and that's maybe how we all learn. But,
I think that's the Japanese name for Tokyo, the ancient name.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that's why I spelled it, because I might be pronouncing her name wrong. Anyway, this is a live performance, and I was floored. I thought it was very special, and so I wanted to play it for you. So here we go. So I'm going to play it, and you can let me know what you think of this young lady's performance.
教えてほしいとその仕組みが僕の中に誰か夢の壊れた横の世界で君が何も見えずに 世代狂える震えないあなたを揺れた歪んだ世界にこんな僕は好きとって見えない てしまった彼らに分かったいつか離れる二人が滅びる壊せる壊せない震えの震えないあなたを怪我す愛や夢というかった世界にただ僕は突き止めて見えなくて見つけないで僕のこと見つめないで正しくて孤独な花に未来が重くてしまう前に思い出して僕のこと鮮やかなまま忘れないで忘れないで忘れないで忘れないで変わってしまったことに変えられないことだけ覚えてて僕のこと教えて教えて僕の中に誰がいるの
What do you think?
I think it's amazing, like most heavy music coming out of Japan right now. Very amazing. I have a few things right off the bat that I was thinking about when I heard it. Number one is it reminds me a lot of Evanescence. If Evanescence was, if you wanted to do like an American counterpart, that's what the song reminded me of.
Don't get that at all. Okay.
It's bass driven, which I dig, right? Those bass licks at the beginning and throughout the song are amazing. As a bass player, that's a bass. I love a bass driven song, and that's definitely a bass song, right? That's and of course there's the ripping lead guitar in the middle, but it's mostly driven by bass, and I think that's incredible. Also, I kind of dig her. Now this is a live performance, right? But I kind of dig her out of key a little bit, breathless. She, I think someone, professional, not professional, a singer that has been doing it a super long time, like Steve Perry or somebody like that. I think they would think that she needs to take some breathing lessons a little bit to be able to get that. But I think it makes the song rad. So maybe she likes it like that. It's like you can tell she's losing some breath and at the same time a little out of key. But I'd like to hear the studio version of that to see if she does that on the studio version as well. But that's cool. It's punk rock to do that, and I think it's rad. I think it's an amazing song and an amazing performance. I'd like to see what she looks like a little closer. I can't see anything.
So that's the gimmick, is nobody knows.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that. That's even cool. All right, nobody knows. It's like Her. Do you remember the performer from the Grammy Award winner Her from here in the U.S.? Nobody saw Her for a real long time as well.
Yeah,
she'll probably make her grand appearance at some point, and that's a whole nother thing, right?
So to answer in my head, okay, some of this stuff. So I totally dig the breaking of the voice, and I love all the breathing where they didn't. And I mean, when I finished watching this, I was thinking, I worked for the Cranberries, and I was like, the power of Dolores, this screaming angst. And when I said something cheesy, I think when I first watched it was like, she's in a cage, but her voice is breaking free from the chains. But
oh, wow.
That's like this vibe that I got, and my thought was, and this is a question is, wouldn't she be damaging her vocal cords doing that as often as she does? Well,
I just watched the Journey documentary, which they talk a lot about vocals and damaging vocals. And they say that every great singer that pushes their vocals like that only has so long, right? If
Mhm.
if you've ever seen the Don't Stop Believin' documentary, one of the greatest rock documentaries ever. And so, yeah, I mean, everybody has a life expectancy in their vocals, supposedly, but there's some great singers that go forever and their voice doesn't change, and there's some that you can visibly tell. I won't name too many names. Vince Neil, that they go right away, and I still really enjoy Motley Crue, but Vince Neil's voice not the same.
Yeah, not quite. So
Yeah, but my singer, and not to just but his voice has gotten better, right? Because
dude, at your, I don't know, we should say your wedding. Is it okay to talk about your wedding? But dude, at your wedding, I mean, he was so good.
yeah, he's gotten better because he's learned how to sing like a real singer. And that's what happens, right? And that's how your voice lasts. But don't get me wrong, what I said about her, I dig that. I dig the breathlessness. I
liked it was just like, we don't know who she is, and it was the second part of like, it's not that she's not professional. Singing that way is difficult, and there's a lot. She sings very quick. This is tough stuff, but breaking free from what you're supposed to do to kind of just go off into this weird direction, that's punk.
Yeah, it's cool. It's punk rock. Yeah. And I like it a lot. I like that she's not concerned whether she's staying too much in key. It doesn't mess with the song at all. And it's a great performance, right? It's like all, in Japan, the theatrics, the performance, the stadium crowds, the lights, all of it is always super great. Right, it's part of the deal. And
let's jump in because it's a short track. So if you got a few more minutes, why don't we watch the music video, and then you can compare if you want.
Yeah.
Does that sound cool? All right, so let's jump into that. I did like immediately.
I definitely was thinking the whole time, wow, I wonder what the studio track sounds like.
Okay, well then let's do that next. Let's check it out, and so you can see, or you can hear rather, differences. We can focus on that. Let's give it a go. Okay, so this is a kind of spur of the moment stuff, but basically, off of hearing her live, I thought it would be interesting to hear what you would say about the music video and hearing the differences in the way she sings and how much of it is intentional. And also, it's interesting, I think, to point is live performances are always, of course, they're always, each one is different, which is why I think we all like going to live shows. So I'm intrigued to see your thoughts. So we'll jump into this together. This is the official music video of Unravel.
Awesome.
Okay.
教えてよその仕組みを僕の中に誰かいるの壊れたよこの世界で君が笑う何も見ずに
Okay, so what were the differences to you?
Super cool, really cool in a different way. That was. And first, let me say this is that it came to me what the ancient name of Tokyo is, and that's Edo, EDO,
Oh, crap. Okay, yeah.
not ADO. So
Okay.
for anyone that tore me apart before, I'm very sorry.
You made it back, yeah.
Yes, please, please. It's Edo, EDO. That's the ancient name of Tokyo. Was cool, super cool. She didn't get breathy. She didn't get out of tune. Was very cool. And you know what I did notice before, right in the live performance, was I did notice that she was throwing some English words in there, right? And so that is super cool. Mixing Japanese with one English word here or there. I think that's really unique and super cool. And I'm not seeing anybody really do that from Japan right now. So I don't know if you've seen that before. I'm sure you
Yeah, it's
have.
common actually. A lot of them do.
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
figured maybe it was, and you would know. You're the
Yeah, a
expert.
little bit lately, but I just I've kind of got immersed into it. I like it all a lot.
Yeah, it's really great and amazing, and I love the anime stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Very anime, and yeah, it was great, amazing, and I love both versions. It's really cool that she's so mysterious, right? That we don't know. And I'm hoping for a big unveiling. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. So you liked the music video more than the live performance.
No, I like them equally in different ways.
Okay, fair enough. Cool.
Totally different things, right? Again, the bass seemed to be more driven in the live performance. It was
Totally.
more buried in the studio version, and but her vocals were crisp and clear and upfront, right, and in your face and super tune, right.
So somebody on their team must have been like, "We need more bass," and
No,
that's what's going on.
You don't know that live, right? Live stuff just happens. I mean, you don't know how it was recorded or what that stadium sounded like in there. You know, you just never know. I don't
Maybe
think
we should just cut the bass, just get rid of it completely.
That song is about the bass, man. Those bass licks are sweet. Reminds me of like Iron Maiden in like this really like an Iron Maiden, you know, in a kind of a different way, right? It's really super cool.
So did you hear the Evanescence in this one too?
I did. I definitely think that that there's if there was an equivalent, a Japanese equivalent of Evanescence, that's as close as I've heard. But again, I didn't do as much as you do, right? So
No, I just don't hear Evanescence at all. I don't hear it. So it's funny. I love the fact that things are heard differently through everybody's ears, but I don't hear it. So it's cool.
To me, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's the band as much as her voice. I'm hearing that in the melody. How's that?
Fair enough. Okay, cool. All right. So if I have a little bit more of your time, since
Yeah,
I got you here, Måneskin, if you recall, I played you a Måneskin track last time, and they've been coming out with some new material. I think's really bitchin' too, and so I'd love to play you one of their new tracks to see what you think of that.
all right, cool.
Okay, cool. Let's jump into that one. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.